internet, John Hammond here. So last night, I took my kids to see Sonic the Hedgehog. I went in with low expectations. Sonic the Hedgehog has been near and dear to me since the first game came out. Showing my age now. Between the fabulous background paintings of the Sad AM show and Patrick Spaziante's work on the comics, I might even say it was integral in making me a better artist. I learned through emulation. My first forays into creative writing were cringy Sonic fanfics, and later, a full treatment of what could have been a damn good Sonic movie. It's something personal to me, and therein lies the problem when it comes to reviewing it. But going into this movie, I had to suspend all of that nostalgia, as I knew this would be different from the Sonic I grew up with. When the trailer dropped several months back, I, like many others, was filled with misgivings. As a result of the online backlash, the release date was pushed back, and a team of animators went to work to fix the problem. Visually speaking, the new design fits the character better, to be sure, but how does the movie itself measure up? Let's find out. The movie opens with expository narration and some stunning imagery of Green Hill Zone with Sonic zipping around. We get to see Sonic as an adorable kid, who's being raised by a Guardians of Ga'Hoole extra named Longclaw, who wants him to hide his powers. And just as I'm thinking, wait, what? And wondering if she's about to turn her head upside down and ask if I want to hear all that again, a bunch of tribally dressed echidnas show up looking like they're about to audition for Lord of the Flies and start attacking. Sonic and his owl friend escape, but the owl takes an arrow to the, in this case, wing, I think, and uses a golden ring to create a portal that takes Sonic to Earth. Apparently that's a thing now. He doesn't just go to a special zone or anything. Now they just kinda take you anywhere you want to go. It's a pretty solid opening, all things considered, but here we diverge from what would have been an interesting storyline and go into the buddy romp movie that we got. Don't get me wrong, it's not a bad buddy romp. It's no Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but it's better than Garfield or Alvin and the Chipmunks or most any other live-action interacting with animated character movie I can think of. James Marsden's character, Tim? No, Tom. Only his dentist calls him Tim. Anyway, he's fine. He fills the role, he's basically likable, but not terribly compelling. He and his wife don't seem to have very much on-screen chemistry. The dialogue and situations which suggest that they should, but the actors just don't sell it. They live in Green Hills, Montana, and he's a small-town cop who dreams of moving to San Francisco to try to be a hero. Sonic has been low-key stalking them for a while, because he's lonely. It's a little weird, but we do get a pretty good sense of empathy for Sonic. So after playing baseball with himself and filling all the positions, Sonic realizes just how lonely he really is and breaks into a full run over and over around the base. This causes some kind of energy burst that shuts down all power in the surrounding area. This is never really explained in the movie. It's not a power Sonic's ever had before, and there's no real reason either given by the film or that I can even think of why Sonic's speed would have this effect. But either way, it causes a massive blackout and serves as the impetus that moves the plot forward from here. The government doesn't know what to do and decides to play the pronoun game and send in an unnamed weirdo because he has awesome drone tech. Yeah, okay. Enter Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, probably the best thing about this movie. Funny dialogue, great physicality, and a wealth of expressions. There's some really good moments with him, and he added quite a bit to the movie as a whole. But the movie itself is kinda predictable. Robotnik's drones hunt Sonic. Sonic hides in James Marsden's garage. Tom, sorry. Tom shoots Sonic with a tranquilizer dart, somehow, knocking him out. Sonic drops a bag of rings as he collapses, and a portal to San Francisco opens up and the bag drops through it. The rest of the movie will be spent getting Sonic to San Francisco to retrieve his rings. Sonic and Tom become friends and go on a road trip, and Robotnik becomes obsessed with catching them. We have a bar fight scene, because of course we do. And we see Sonic do the same kind of things we've already seen Quicksilver and the Flash do. I mean, it looks cool, but it's not terribly original. And this is where we really start to see how formulaic the story is. We have seen these types of situations 1,000 times before. It works just fine, it checks all the boxes of what this type of movie has to fulfill, but by this point in the story, I was so much more interested in what was going on with those tribal echidnas, why they apparently want Sonic dead, and what the deal really is with Sonic's powers, that I felt like we're missing out on a better story that the plot, ironically, ran away from. It continues with some decent action en route, and an alright climax upon arrival, but it never really pushes as far as it could. There's funny dialogue in places, some fun sight gags, the action scenes are decent, there's even a few genuinely heartwarming moments, but it all comes off very run-of-the-mill. There's nothing particularly bad about it, but not a whole lot that is particularly good either. We're never given any kind of explanation as to what's going on with Sonic's powers, let alone a satisfactory one. It's certainly a fun movie, and I hope it gets a sequel that would allow it to abandon Earth and explore Sonic's world more. It'd be great to use this as a starting point, go back and find out what was going on in the opening, but I guess time will tell whether we actually get to see a sequel or not. All in all, I'm giving Sonic the Hedgehog a 5 out of 10, because while it checks all the boxes and is everything it really needed to be, it really doesn't come close to what it could have been. All that being said, I would still recommend seeing it if you were ever a Sonic fan or have children that are Sonic fans. I mean, it's not bad, it's certainly harmless, and was actually kind of fun. So anyway, if you like my reviews and would like to see more, be sure to mention so down in the comments, hit that like button, hit the bell icon too so you get updates whenever I post something, and you know the drill. Anyway, catch y'all next time.